What's up, guys? I'm Philip Foresto, and I'm here today with the power of the collective, and I'm so excited to share with you my signature technique. Let's hop in. So to get started, our sectioning is going to be simple but very important. We're working with intent, and so everything we do has a purpose. Versus parting from the top of the head to the top of the ear, like a traditional haircut or color, we're going to be parting from the back of the crown to the back of the ear to create a natural drop for a lived-in color. This is going to prevent our highlights from going too far up in the back, and it's going to allow that mohawk section to fall over and veil over the back, creating a really authentic looking color. We're going to start in the nape of the neck with a horizontal subsection about 1 inch thick. The section size is going to depend on your client's hair type, texture, and density. Horizontal subsection right across the nape, and removing any kind of baby hairs or new growth because we don't want to draw attention to those shorter hairs. We want to work around them on the longer, stronger hairs to draw attention away. We're bringing that section straight out, and we're going to be zigzagging and teasing. Now you'll notice that with my tease, we're going to tease upside down versus a traditional tease where our arches would be on top. Prior to teasing, here's a hot tip. We want to avoid pinching that section because we're going to run into more resistance when we pinch the section. Instead, we want to hold that section straight out with even tension and put our comb in and go up. The easier it goes up, the easier it comes down. We're going to be utilizing a board. I always choose to work with a board because it's very helpful when it comes to saturating our sections. Saturation is going to be key. If our sections are evenly saturated, we're going to get a much quicker, even process for more balanced color. So we're taking that board, we're loading that foil, we're placing it right underneath our section, and we're also using the board to support that back comb and tuck that tease right behind the board instead of having to clip it out of the way. Once the board is in place, we're going to apply our product right through that midsection and let that section and product adhere to the foil. Once we have that in place, we can remove the board, feather down on our mid to ends, and fold our foil. We will continue to utilize this technique with 3 back-to-back foils here in the nape, 2 diagonal back right behind the ear, leave a nice amount of hair internally out for depth and dimension, and then pick back up in the crown area for a veil section. So once we have the perimeter complete, we're going to leave a very generous section of internal hair out, again, to make sure we retain that depth and that dimension. Our parting for the crown is going to be an upside down triangle from the top of that crown to that point coming just above the occipital bone in the back, just like this. The reason we do this is because, again, we're retaining this depth on each side of that crown section, which is going to really present highs and lows and dimension throughout her color. From here, we're going to continue to work up the crown area with horizontal partings, upside down zigzags, and teasing for a soft look and a soft grow out. So moving on to the front quadrant, we're always going to start in the temple area, utilizing a diagonal back subsection following the client's natural hairline. From that diagonal back subsection, we will continue to utilize that same point of entry for each highlight as we begin to pivot until we become horizontal with the client's parietal ridge right where the head curves. Now that we're done with the side quadrant, you can see that our pivoting section has begun to take a pie shape. We can start to see how we started on that diagonal back and we have become completely horizontal with the parietal. From there, we're going to stop and we're going to pick up in the face frame or the money piece, utilizing the exact same technique and continuing with the pivot sectioning. We're going to start by following the client's natural hairline as our guide. We're going to start with that first foil, and we're going to continue utilizing that same point of entry, just as we did in the temple area, for 1, 2, 3, and potentially 4. Be your own artist. It's up to you whether you want to use 2 foils, 3, 4, even 5. We'll pick back up after this. Once we're completed the face frame, we're going to pick back up at the parietal ridge. We're going to continue to work from the parietal to the client's natural part, which in this case is a center part. We're going to continue utilizing the slice, the upside down zigzag, and tease until we meet her part, and then mirror that exactly on the other side, and we're done. Now, what's amazing about this technique is that we will complete it in under 30 foils with tons of impact. A pro tip: the color needs to be on point, the cut needs to be on point, but at the end of the day, healthy hair is beautiful hair. So we will be removing our foils one by one with no heat and paying close attention. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I had an absolute blast. Just a reminder, the secret to success is education. So if you want to continue to learn and grow, tune in to Power of the Collective. Subscribe to continue that journey. I had an absolute fantastic time with you guys. I'll see you next time.